Hi, this is Shu with a review of a Korean running shoe. It's released as a casual walking shoe, but the cushioning is so awesome in these. You can actually use them for running or long-term, long distance running maybe. The cushioning is shockingly amazing. Yes, they look like it's a ripoff of Boost, but how do you rip off Boost? Boost itself is Adidas paying uh, hefty sums of money to a chemical company called Wasp to order the products, the pellets, for them to actually process and manufacture into the Boost cushioning, and they cost an arm and a leg for Adidas and for the consumers as well. For some reason, Korean company Prospex, this is their logo, strategically hidden, they actually managed to duplicate that sensation. So Adidas Boost, they came in largely two categories. The ordinary Boost that we see in the basketball shoes and a lot of the Ultra Boost and other types of Boost runners. And then they had the super lightweight marathon version of Boost, which felt more like styrofoams, and they were very lightweight, but they did not provide adequate shock absorption, just minimal shock pads in some sense. So this is a little balance between the two. It's lightweight and it's soft at the same time. This whole shoe, size 9, weighs about slightly less than 270 grams, so that's considered significantly lightweight, especially when you see this thick amount of Boost-like material, which Prospex decided to name Invisible Rebound. Not too bad considering their previous attempts at coming up with fancy English names, but still could use more work. Call me Prospex. I can do a better job of naming your amazing products. The Boost itself, again, it is sensational. It is exactly like the Boost that I fell in love with when I wore the earlier Boost shoes, like Response Boost, which actually made you enabled to feel the boost on the heel and the forefoot at the same time. Other Boost models usually had good shock absorption in the heel, and you couldn't feel much on the forefoot, and it was heavy. This, it's very good. There's a good heel to toe drop, as you can tell, and even on the forefoot, there's adequate level of boost compared to this. This is actually half the amount of what you see on the outside. So this like paper thin level of boost that's usually found in most Adidas shoes on the forefoot. But this, it is very thick. It is very plush. It is very rich. And on the heel itself, it's a lot chunkier, but it's not raising your foot all the way up like you're on a high-rise building. It is pretty low to the ground, and it provides comfort while you're stepping on them or standing around, and it's able to provide a good deal of energy return and shock absorption at the same time. I don't know how they did it. Interestingly, the pattern on the outside kind of reminds you of it looked like a variation of the pattern that you see on the Nike Reacts, but of course it's not the same. It kind of reminds you of that. The midsole itself already provides a great amount of cushioning, but along with it, they have this very fluffy, lightweight EVA insole, and it's not super thick, but it actually forms and molds your foot nicely, and it's a nice complement to this amazing, I won't say Boost, Invisible Rebound midsole they have here. Let's talk about the upper material. It is knit upper. On the toe box, they have 2 layers of stitches, cross stitch maybe. So they're firm yet flexible, but not crazy breathable. But all the way up here, this is where the breathability starts. It is just a single layer with nothing underneath, but they're rigid enough to provide that stability. At the same time, it's very breathable. On the heel, they have a decent degree of heel cup that's there to get the job done, and all around the collar, it's nicely minimal padding, and this little bit, which I always find worrisome because sometimes they have something that pinches into your Achilles heel. It doesn't. It just cradles your foot nicely without any pinching sensation. The tongue is also a very breathable mesh material, so that's good. The strobel board itself is also quite substantial, so there's the triple layer of cushioning that works together in tandem nicely. The outsole pattern is great. It's simple yet effective, and at the same time, on the core of the shoe, you can see it's a little bit concave, yes, so that there's a lot more, a little bit more of a shock absorption or shock guidance to let the impact slide out, and also for the rubber outsole to actually have a bigger surface area that's touching the floor as the impact is exerted on it. So that's good design. And on the midfoot, you just see the plain old invisible rebound foam and nothing there. It's twisting. It's nice. It's kind of remind me of the Zoom Freak 2, where Nike did not put a midfoot shank, but rather they said, oh, we want to put the midfoot versatile so that Giannis can do his Euro step. Sounds like an excuse to me. But yeah, so this is for your Euro steppers. Personally, I don't feel the need for some rigid torsion on the midfoot if the midsole is this well cushioned. I guess putting one wouldn't hurt, but honestly, I really don't see the need for that. The base is not crazy narrow. It's pretty broad enough to provide a substantial level of lateral stability, especially when it comes to dangers or risks of rolling your ankle. So overall, it's a very nice design. And guess how much this goes for? The retail price was under $100. It's going for like $20 right now because they're on crazy discount. This is x-40 101. I believe they already have the 201s or the 202s out, and they've seemed like they've made some improvement to the midsole, but the first time a foreign non-Adidas brand is trying, well, Puma tried and failed, the Skechers tried and failed, and looks like Pro Smax attempted to duplicate or learn from or perhaps improve upon the boost technology that Adidas has shown, and this is a huge success. Unfortunately, you will not see a major competitive running gear or basketball gear from Pro Smax because they're not that type. They're more like daily sporting activity, fitness type of brand. There was a time when they used to produce a lot of basketball shoes in Korea, but now with this technology, I hope they can actually be more aggressive and start producing performance wear that's geared toward more professional athletes. This is actually designed and released as a casual walking shoe, but man, these are good.